What's up again, guys? Yeah, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Dovahkiin, and welcome back to Let's Play Wasteland 3. And before we begin, be sure to hit on the subscribe button for more great videos. Okay, just a short segue if you may. If you are interested in diving in general, or you are by any means fascinated with it, please check out and subscribe to Dive Philippines, a channel dedicated on showcasing the beauty and majesty of the Philippine underwater scene, protected marine life, saltwater ecosystems, coral reefs, and many more to raise awareness and conservation. The link is in the description and is featured in my homepage as well. Alright, at the time of this vid's recording, the first narrative expansion, The Battle of Steeltown, dropped. And as I've said, I'm gonna get that as well, but not just yet. Well, I've been reading the forums and it seems that there are a few bugs, which is natural for a new release. So I will just let it simmer down for a while until those issues are ironed out. Besides, the devs, Inexile Entertainment, also announced the coming of another expansion, a mystery that is. And they are selling an expansion pass which will include Steeltown and that said unannounced DLC at a discounted price. So, might as well just go for that, right? Anyway, I will insert them here in my series depending on how they fit the overall story. Perhaps before the final chapters of the base game. But we'll see. Okay, the last episode was the part 1 of the Big Trouble in Lil Vegas quest. And we left off there after learning the exact whereabouts of Delgado from Ken Doll, of whom we had to bribe for that intel. He told us that Delgado was dragged into the club's back room by Charlie Knows, so we'll talk to him about that. By the way, just an FYI, as per other matters that happened here in the club in the previous vid, we bled the casino games and got banned from playing, resolved Benji Braddock's boner problem, and decimated the local 168 mercs in cold blood. Anyhow, I got this ridiculous chapeau from one of the rooms in the brothel, and I equipped it on Xanon, cause it gives +2 penetration. Alright, let's play.
Hey, what the hell is going on up there? I can't go 2 minutes without some mooks beating on each other. You must have some kind of bull around here getting away with shit like that. Hey, hope it ain't someone important you killed, or I'll be looking for you.
Oh man, I love dancing in this place.
I wish I could afford to drink like you. I'm stuck with Boar's Light.
Ah, it's you, Red Hats. I was wondering when you'd come to see Charlie Knows. Farron Brago's capo, leader of men, hero of the Battle of Two Buttes, savior of St. Elmo, and friend to everyone worth knowing. Welcome to Little Vegas. Ah, a tactical masterstroke by yours truly. Imagine 2 round buttes with a narrow gorge between them. Got that picture in your mind? We lured our enemies into the gorge, then squeezed them from both sides, crushing them between the buttes. A real shitstorm, that's what it was.
I'm quite sure there was never a battle of 2 buttes, Mr. Nose. Sounds like a story you concocted while sitting in the outhouse.
Oh, you wouldn't say that if you'd been there. I'll never forget the groans, the plops of the fallen, the terrible smell. Sure thing, Red Hats. What can Charlie do for you? Well, ain't you a clever seed of Red Hats? But let's not be rash here, yeah? The only way you're getting past that door is through a hail of bullets. And no one wants that, right? Look, it wasn't Mr. Brygo who conspired with the Dorseys. He's not that stupid. But a little bird told me it was someone in our organization. I can give you a name. All you gotta do is prove this guy was acting on his own. Look for our man McTavish at the machine shop near Pillory Square. I don't care what you do to him, but if you can come back and prove the rest of us weren't involved, I'm sure we can make a deal, yeah? Also, I didn't tell you this, Red Hats. Why wouldn't I? Isn't that who you are, with your hats so red? Oh well, can't help you if you're confused. Until next time, Red Hats.
Choosing to attack is not a wise option, because you have to fight against the employees of the club, bouncers and all. Besides, Charlie Nose is quite an essential NPC, of whom you will meet later in the game for another quest. So I just went along with his lead, that McTavish guy at the machine shop south of downtown.
I love dancing in this place.
It's the best. But I've heard a rumor that there's an exclusive secret dance party at Aspen every year. I'm for sure gonna...
Hello, Rangers. This is Gideon Reyes. I'm addressing you from Broadmoor Heights. The Patriarch has made it known that you are in need of logistical support. I can happily make a few calls, speak to a few people. In exchange, I'd like to ask that you hear me out on a proposition. It's not a thing I really do, this ransoming of aid, but these are unusual circumstances, and Colorado Springs' future hangs in the metaphorical balance. I wouldn't be asking for such an exchange if I wasn't desperate. I'll be at the church in Broadmoor Heights, and I'll tell the marshals to let you through. Come find me here.
Alright, got another mission. Anyhow, I think Gideon Reyes is the uncle of Lucia, on her mother's side that is. Now, to the machine shop. To remind you again, this is Supreme Jerk Mode, the hardest difficulty. Okay, there's no way to get to McTavish without confronting his goons. And this fight will be easier without the heavy machine turret, which is powered by this generator. I don't have a mechanic on board yet, but in the previous vid, I purchased this utility from Jimmy Longhaul in the Arapaho garage, and is currently equipped on Quan. So besides being the disabler, he's gonna be my tank for this fight. And I'll use a couple of drugs on him that I got from Shake's safe in the last episode. But actually just the Rhino will suffice, because it boosts armor. As per getting near the generator and disabling it quickly, just watch how I do this, which will involve handing over the first turn to the enemies. But if you think that's bad, wait till you see where they end up on the combat grid, and the positional advantage that will give me once I finally get my turn. Alright, The squad is set, so let's do this.
Oh, look! This time the marshal sent substitutes to shake us down. Well, you stand-ins get one warning. Fuck off, or get fucked up. Good. Now get the fuck out. Hey! Hands off, assholes! I told you, don't touch. Last warning. All right, motherfuckers. That's it.
And that is how you make things easy. Wow, just got the machine shop armor set.
Let me guess. This asshole's a shop, my boys. Well, I'm not looking for a bullet in the face, so you can fuck right the hell off. Oh wait, don't. Goons are cheap, but a good door is a blitzable. Alright, come in. But I'm no helpless in here, I'm warning you.
Wait a can you? You them wee numpty Sunlanders what came all the way from Arizona to suck the Patriarch's cock. But what happened to the rest of yous? Couldn't you tack the cold? Couldn't you drive on ice? Couldn't you swim? And you've got 10 seconds to like my boss, you flatland hicks. I'm under Farnbrego's protection, you can't touch me, you cunts. Huh? No, I mean, if you shoot me, then he's gonna... what a load of shite. This ain't fair. Everybody shuts on me, everybody. Okay. Looks like you got me at a disadvantage, so let's make a deal, eh? You push flaps drop me enough to skip tune, and I'll tell you what I can. And God damn it to hell! I got too many holes in me already. Fine, I'll spill monkey desert trash. Okay, yeah, I let the Dorseys in the city, and I'm glad I did. Least I could do after the Patriarch put me in the pillories. Asshole throws my bloody face off. I got a career worm and no should be. Of course I wanted some revenge. Wouldn't you? What? No way. Why would they think that? Mr. Bragg would not do us nothing. What are you going to do with me? Custody, you hoors! Didn't I tell you what you want to know, you fucking lawmen are all the same!
Copy, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. Go ahead. Copy that, Team November. I'll let the sheriff know she needs to make an arrest.
As you saw, I didn't fold, and just went full-on intimidation mode on him. Anyway, I chose to let the marshals do the arrest, because I'm going for the marshal reputation route in this quest. And later, before we go back to the Little Vegas, we'll drop by at Sheriff Daisy's to earn yet another rep point. Nice, a mechanic skill book.
The name's McTavish, and I'm from Glasgow way. Shit, that's not it. Look, me, Bobek, sod F, you wee. Comes, come on, boil your heat, you shannigan. Hey, you've a face like a scalp there, you dobar. Aye, that'll do.
Nice to see the city back to life, huh?
Yeah, people are shopping, building, well, rebuilding. Almost like we were never attacked at all.
It's gonna take months to recruit enough new marshals to replace the ones we lost, though.
Yeah.
Nice job getting McTavish off the streets, Rangers. Got any other good news for me? Let me see that. Who? Huh. Brago wrote this? That means he knew what McTavish was planning, and he didn't tell a soul. Knowing about an attack on the city and keeping your mouth shut? That's treason. We got him. Rangers, you've got my full support to haul that bastard in, or shoot him dead. Either way's fine by me. And don't forget about poor Delgado. Oh, and thanks for sending McTavish our way. Glad I can rely on you folks to be neighborly. Roger that.
Okay, let's go back to the club and confront Brygo.
Whoa there, Red Hats. What's the rush, huh? Why don't you tell your old pal Charlie what you found out from McTavish? Well done, Red Hats. Thing is, maybe I made it sound like I could get you into the back, but I can't without Mr. Brygo's say-so. Go talk to him. Tell him what you found out, and I'm sure he'll be open to a deal. Don't mention me, though. Thanks. So, what'd you do to that poor bastard McTavish? Ooh, that's a fate worse than death for McTavish. Rough break. All right, I'll head to the machine shop and clear up any mess you left. Nothing but a favor between friends. You should go on upstairs and talk to Mr. Brygo. See you later, Red Hats.
Nose bailed out, because he knows that any moment from now, a big pile of shit will hit the fan. By the way, I'm gonna show you how to arrest Brygo without bloodshed. And to do that, first you'll need Kiss Ass 3 to start a commotion on the dance floor. Then remember the broken computer that controls the ventilation system. If you have Nerd Stuff 4, which Raven, my SMG spec, has, you can hack into it. By the way, Benji Braddock in the last episode didn't give me the password to the said computer, and I think he's bugged. Or perhaps there's another condition for that to happen. But anyway, let's just push forward.
Oh, I got you red-handed. We're just friends.
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy yelling at each other? You're the one yelling, and if you don't stop, they're going to kick us out.
I'll kick you. Trouble. Stop it, you two. No one fights in Little Vegas.
See what you did? You started it.
Take it outside, asshole. Vacate the premises.
This place rocks,
Let's
right?
post. We can get to the computer.
What if we don't? Yeah.
You want to incur the wrath of
Fine, dork.
However, I'm not a fucking wimp, and I'm not gonna use my control over the ventilation system to force Brygo's peaceful arrest. Instead, blood will be spilled in this club. As you can see, my squad is already set. And yes, we're like cornered rats, but just to somehow improve our survivability, I'm gonna use a smoke grenade. Anyhow, take note. If you want to make this fight easier, just focus fire on Brygo to make him surrender quickly. But if like me, you want a little bit more EXP and loot, take out as much goons as you can before he throws in the towel. Alright, let's do this.
Rangers. I get the feeling this isn't a social call. I understand you had a little talk with McTavish, and I want you to know I'm as appalled as you are that he let the Dorseys into the city. He served me well, but, well, he's always been an idiot. Now, what do you want to talk to me about? That's what you think. Come on, coppers. Show them how we do it in Vegas.
was over here.
Right, I'm ready. Give me the bracelets.
Copy, Team November. This is Ranger HQ. What's new? Over. They've been waiting to bring him in for a long, long time now. We'll deliver the good news. Over and out.
And that is how you make things easy. If you chose to refuse his surrender and kept on attacking, just like the attack Charlie knows scenario that I said earlier, after clearing this office, once you go downstairs, all the employees of the club will go aggro on ya, bouncers and all. So what I did was just actually the perfect balance of action. Still got some, but not too much to handle. And again, like what I did with McTavish, instead of putting him in my brig, I let the marshals pick him up. Okay, now let's go to the back room and rescue Delgado.
The outfit, but you ain't got the lingo? Well, congrats, jabroni, cause you come to the right table. The Gangster's Guide to Dick Shit got everything you need to know. It don't matter if you're a bag man or a button man, we'll have you talking like a made man in no time. So grab a cannoli and pull up a chair, and let's get you mobbed up.
Hey, Delgado. Bet you thought Daisy forgot all about you. Quan, how'd you get past the guards? Are these the Rangers?
Good old Daisy. Always takes care of her people. I appreciate you coming in here to bust me out. Didn't think anybody could take down Farron Brygo. I bet you could teach the marshals a thing or two. I've been keeping an eye on Brygo for a while. He's a survivor. Likes to play both sides to make sure he always wins. After the Dorsey raid, I started asking questions about the club. Well, guess I got too close to the truth. They grabbed me, dragged me in here and locked the door. Took my weapon and everything. Good thing you came along. Will do. Hope I see you again, Rangers.
Nice. A sneaky shit skill book. Finally, we got a spare rocket launcher for Lucia. Take note, there are still a few chests inside the main back room, and if you try to open them now, like the scenarios that I mentioned earlier, along with the fellas there, all the employees will go aggro on you. So I'll just come back later after the club's shut down, when the entire place is empty of people, as a result of reporting back to Sheriff Daisy.
Nice to see the city back to life, huh?
Yeah, people are shopping.
Here they are. That was one hell of a sneaky way to get Brygo to surrender. Round of applause for the Rangers, Marshals. Mighty kind of you to hand Brygo over. Can't tell you how long I've been waiting for this day. Your law was after my own heart. Around here, we always remember who our friends are. Before I forget, hand me that letter from Brygo. I'll need it for evidence. Thank you kindly. Now, I said I'd owe you a favor if you took care of this for me, and I meant it. Thing is, Delgado owes you too, big time. So I'm sending him over to your base to manage your armory. He'll take good care of you. Thanks again, Rangers. You ever need my help, you know where to rustle me up.
On a side note, back at the meeting with Brygo, as opposed to arresting him, you can choose to side with him instead. That is, if you didn't show Daisy the letter that you got from McTavish. The club will stay open, and he will provide you a quartermaster for your armory. But once you hit the dance floor, a group of corrupted marshals led by Marshal Lupinski will battle against you. Then, upon reporting back to Daisy, your rep with the marshals will take a tremendous hit. But as I've said earlier, my route in this quest is to maximize marshal reputation. So there you go. Alright, let's go back to the HQ to finally recruit my aspired mechanic, Private Jody Bell.
Hey, who's in charge in here? You're the CO around here? Huh. Okay. Quality setup this time. Better than back in AZ. Guess Daddy Buchanan's buying you all the good gear. Gary Wolf, freelance security consultant and synth hunter. Got a proposition for you. After the Rangers nuked Cochise, and themselves, I figured somebody competent had to chase down its mechanical brood. So I recruited folks who'd lost family to synths, and I formed a posse. Decommissioned a dozen of the plastic punks in AZ, then heard a feud headed east and followed them here. Now I'm getting flack from that tin star twat Daisy for exchanging fire with the synth we tracked to Colorado Springs. That's where you come in. Interferent bitch told the marshals to shoot us on sight if we stepped inside the city limits again, so we can't go after this October 11 synth. Was hoping you might be interested in taking care of it for us. Cash bounty for its head. Add it to your list? Ought to be your top priority. Whatever. We'll wait here until you bring back its head. Should still be downtown somewhere. You'll know you're near it when you start hearing weird static on your radio. Squad, at ease.
Rangers. Hello, Rangers. Permission to speak? I just wanted to say thank you again for saving my life. If you hadn't talked to Judge Watkins, well, I wouldn't be here, and I'm really happy to be here. I guess that's all I wanted to say. Thanks. Oh, and, Mom thanks you too.
Got segued a couple of times there, but now let's meet Jody. Anyway, Austin Peace was the boy we saved at Pillory Square in the previous vid.
Guys, over here! Hey, I'm feeling much better now. Ready to help out any way I can. You bet! Ready when you are.
Alright, let's remove Quan from the squad. Then, let's respec Jody. Like Lucia, her Carnut background, which gives her a bonus quick slot, is unique to her. It does not exist in the list of selectable backgrounds for custom rangers. And with that considered, I'm not gonna deviate much from her stock build. So she's gonna be a sniper mechanic, and her secondary weapon can either be pistols or shotguns. Her attributes will first focus on awareness, then coordination, then lastly, int. Skills will be on small arms, just until I get the draw perk, and obviously, sniper rifles. As per utilities, of course, mechanics, and the other will be on barter. As per sniper rifle perks, she will pretty much follow that of Xenon's choices, my second ranger. As per mechanics and barter on the other hand, obviously, structural weakness and antiques appraiser respectively. Okay, let's put on her loadout and read the mechanics skill book that we got earlier. Alright, back at the Garden of the Gods, we missed to unlock Bellamy Ward's workshop, because I don't have a mechanic at that time, but here we are. And to access his electronic safe, we have to power up the computer and hack it with Nerd Stuff 3. Frozen Ferret Launcher. I wonder how this works. And there, we got another skill book.
Right. This is Bellamy Ward, PAL operational test number, 110. I have adjusted the angle of the solar collectors by 3.12 degrees to improve the energy transmission from the photonic amplification lenses. I've also attached a more sensitive voltmeter to the test panel, so I can hopefully get a more accurate reading of the conversion rate. Everything's set. Here we go. The photon amplification lenses are operating at 60% ambient light, approximately what we would expect on a typical day in Colorado.
I also missed to tame this cyborg chicken, because I haven't respec'd Lucia back then. Now she has Animal Companion 4, so I can bring it back to my kennel at Ranger HQ. By the way, there are 5 cyborg chickens in the game, and including this, I'll have 2 already. And you'll be in for a decent surprise if you collect them all.
Hey, another weird chicken.
And that is all there is for now. Thanks for watching. Also check out other videos from Sabbathman Philippines and don't forget to subscribe. See ya on my next vid. Peace out, y'all.